So, hello. Próbálom fölmenni, mennyire vagytok fáradtak.
So I try to grasp how tired you are.
Yeah, this piece is so hard because usually we are the dancers, so not so many using the voice. But if when I use the voice, so our brain is like a stop. Yeah, yeah, very hard. Yeah. How do you feel, Ismaera?
Yeah, I like exhausting, so yeah, it's fine.
Ha beszélünk egy picit az előadásról, a szembenállásról, a másolásról, az azonos mozgásokról, ennek azt hiszem más tradíciója van talán, mint nálunk, de ebben nem vagyok azért biztos. A másolás egy tanulás.
Speaking about the performance, we saw copying, ellenállás,
hogy a másolás az egy tanulási folyamat.
Copying is a way of learning, right?
De hogy azt hiszem, ez nem biztos, hogy minden kultúra éli meg így.
But I'm not sure that in every culture you are like that with it, or you realize this?
Ez miért fontos, vagy miért volt ez fontos az előadás során? Fontos volt-e?
So why was this important for you during the performance?
About this piece?
Yes.
Yeah. So this piece was Ismaera. Yeah, because usually my piece is not like that. More every time I want to explain about more like atmosphere. Yeah. But when we meet in Paris with him, at the time he has so strong personality and so strong the humanity. At the time I think, so how can we explain about very pure humanity, just human? Yeah. At that time I think about okay, we use like wrestling movement, like a Greco-Roman style. Yeah. So at that time he explained so strong the power, so strong the voice. At that time, okay, so this piece very most important about just how explain the humanity and just explain about power or energy, because we are the Japanese, but we living in Paris. Of course, now I go back to Japan. He living in a little bit far away from Paris. But every time we think, when I live in European, at that time we are not European people. So every time we should fighting, yeah, for by art. At that time I think, so of course my piece is very important, very Japanese philosophy or Japanese philosophy. But at that time, so how can I say? Very difficult. Yeah, most important we need every time I feel fighting in all over the world by the art, by performance, because I'm Japanese. So at that time, how can we explain about Japanese personality, not copy about European, yeah. So at that time so many times talking with him. At that time, okay, this piece we want to looking for the just Japanese a personal, a Japanese human, yeah. At that time, maybe we can go to the universal about just physical, yeah. This piece like that.
So I like exhausting. so it's important for me to be exhausted.
Oké, az érdekelne, hogy miért volt fontos számotokra elhagyni Japánt és máshol tanulni, vagy máshol létezni. Ezt azt hiszem részben talán már megválaszoltátok, de fontos volna tudni, hogy miért volt a számotokra fontos, hogy elhagyni azt az országot, a kultúrát.
Why was it important for you to leave Japan? So why? Yeah, you partially answered this question already, but if you could perhaps say a bit more about that.
Because I'm a Budo dancer, so because I worked in Sankaijuk, yeah, so famous Budo company. At that time, of course, very difficult because now I live in Japan, but why? Okay. Because in Japan, if I continue the Budo, don't have the jobs, yeah, just like that, yeah, yes. But if I go to the Paris, for example, in Paris, Sankaiju is very famous, yeah. So I want to get the jobs by dance, yeah, just like that, yeah. Why, Ismaera?
I'm not polite, so it was difficult to be alive in Japan.
What's meaning?
Találkoztunk már más estéken is itt a fesztivál keretében. Érdekelne, hogy melyik előadás volt számotokra fontos, vagy mi az, ami meglepő esetleg, vagy ami szimpatikus.
Itt a fesztivál. So you have been here for a few days, you for one day, and you came earlier, right? Did you see anything that catch your attention, or what you saw perhaps that was interesting for you?
Because this piece we did 2 years ago in Japan. Of course, rehearsal just today, only today, yeah. But my choreograph has a very specific, precise of the choreograph. Yeah, just 1 centimeter. Just like this degrees, like a very so precise. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. So because if usually there maybe sometimes this piece feels like improvised, but we don't use improvise or choreograph. Yeah. At that time we have the memory in the brain and the physical. Yeah, so we can remember just one day. Yeah, very easy. Yeah. How do you feel?
What was the question?
Question was originally that
maybe I misunderstood.
No, sorry for that. So you've been here for a couple of days now at this festival, and if you perhaps saw something that was interesting for you, and what and why, if there was anything here on this festival. Yes. You don't have to be polite. Huh?
Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah. Yes. So I think like this situation is I'm first time like this situation because of performance after like talking next month performance like that system. This is I feel like a work in progress. Yeah, sometimes we go to some place. At that time we did like that system. So like a presentation after the talk. But I feel this is very important because, for example, in Paris, London, and the USA have a very good contemporary culture, but in Japan it's similar. So in Japan, not popular, it's not famous about the contemporary dance. At that time, we should grow up with the audience and the performer together. Yes, I feel that like this system is very important. Yeah.
Yeah, the Buddha castle was very beautiful.
Oké. Van-e kérdésetek? Okay.
Any questions? Sorry. So any questions from the side of the
Yeah.
audience?
How long were you working on this piece? 3 years before?
One week, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah.
Really? Other questions? We have other questions.
Yeah, I have a question, which eludes me, I'm sorry. It's okay, it's okay. You said fighting. There's it's very very physical. Your movements. It's very. I recently I've seen a lot of slow movement, and yours is very very energetic, but it's also very violent. Did you hurt yourself? Yes? No. It was hard to see because when you fell, it was each time for me, and I was just wondering, perhaps I shouldn't ask, but I was wondering if either of you had hurt yourself in falling, and was it intentional to make these movements so violent?
No, I'm not, but only you. Yeah, I'm just like throwing.
Yeah, I hurt myself a lot, but I like it also.
Why that pattern of your costumes?
Very difficult. Yeah. Because this piece, I want to explain that just his like natural bodies, natural human. At that time, my part should be explained about the like more anonymous. Yeah. So at that time, about the Buto is similar. The Buto dance paint of the white color. This is, of course, some Buto dance say the different answer, but I'm thinking my answer and white paint and like this like tights, like a costume. Want to explain without the personal, without the human, without the like a color. Yeah, this is very important. If his body, his emotion want to explain. At that time, if I'm naked, so like personal is fighting. Yeah, but the beginning is every time I think about how can I, without the personal, the human, or the like emotion, yeah, like that.
Van még kérdés?
Az elején, mikor eldőltek, nem ütik meg magukat, mert nekem nagyon fájt, mikor eldőltek.
In the beginning, when you were falling, was it painful? Because it was painful for me.
Yes, exactly.
But this is we have the technique, yeah. So, but yeah, but painful. Of course, we have the technique, but we feel painful, yeah.
I don't know why, but today it was painful especially on my asshole. So yeah, after I couldn't touch my asshole on the floor.
Igen.
You said that you were a Buto dancer, and if I remember well, Ismael was, but you were also a Buto dancer. And my question is that you can use all the time the system of Buto in contemporary dance, or it's totally different? Because I know that Buto is more, I don't know what I want to say because I don't want to say stupid things, but I know it's really different next to a contemporary dance. But you can have a chance to use elements of it, or just to be somewhere else or somewhere out of your mind, or how do you feel about it?
Yeah. So because, for example, my situation, because I'm a Buto dancer, but he's not a Buto dancer, he's contemporary dancer. So, but I am fourth generation, the Buto, yeah. So I feel the fourth generation people mixing about the contemporary dance and the street dance, it was all over the mix. But our philosophy should be keep the Buto. But for example, my ex-dance company, Sankai ISHII, I feel it's not Buto dance company because more aesthetic, more choreographic, yeah. So sometimes like this interview, so audience asked to me about what is a Buto, but very difficult the answer. Maybe every Buto dancer cannot say clear the answer. Yeah, because Buto don't have the like books, and two Buto have the two boss, Tatsumi Hijikata and Kazuo Ono. They have another philosophy, yeah. And Sankai ISHII is, for example, second generation, so very kind of different situation about the Buto. But every time I feeling I should explain about the more just like a body, yeah, and yeah, just how can I explain the not like a dancer's body, just like a body, yeah. This is my Buto answer. Yeah, every time I thinking when I do the contemporary dance, at that time it's similar. So every time I feeling how can I explain about the just body, just human, just yeah, like that. How do you feel, Ismaera? Yeah.
So I don't know, but actually I don't know what I'm dancing now. So yeah, so just I'm dancing as I want.
Van-e még időnk? Kérdezhetek-e még? Nincs időnk. Akkor elköszönni van időnk. Oké.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.